Hello, I am Rushabh and I am a rising senior at American High School. And this is my second milestone in my fingerprint scanner lockbox. So some components I used to make this project were I used some solid core wires, the battery pack, the battery, a breadboard, and the fingerprint sensor, as well as obviously the Arduino board. So what I used the solid core wires to do were I connected them to the sprayed wires of the battery pack and the fingerprint sensor because they weren't able to connect to the Arduino board or the breadboard without them. And then I used the heat shrink tubes to actually wrap around them to make sure that the electricity would conduct properly and it would interfere with anything else. So how it works. So the way it works is starting from my last milestone, I put in the correct code, and then now the LED would turn purple, and I put my fingerprint on, and it turns to blue if it's correct, and it turns. If the code is incorrect, like I put just some random numbers, for example, it'll turn red and nothing will happen. Or if the code is correct, but the fingerprint isn't, or there is no fingerprint, it'll turn red, and like I said, nothing will happen. So in the process of making this, I started with adding the fingerprint scanner first, and so it went fine. But a challenge I faced while putting it in was that there were 6 wires attached to the fingerprint scanner, and there's only 4 of them are actually used. So I faced a problem for a while, figuring out where they go and where to connect them properly. And then after I eventually figured that out, I moved on to adding my battery pack. And without adding my battery pack, I ran out of space on the Arduino board. So I had to add the breadboard to be able to actually put all my wires in. And then eventually I got those to work. So now it works without an external power source, and I'll be able to attach it properly. Some things I learned while doing this project were I learned how to use a breadboard, and I also learned basically that even if there are wires, they're not necessarily needed, which is helpful in future projects. If I'm coming along with struggle, I'll be able to use it, and also know that if they're there, I don't have to use it. And now my next milestone will be adding, being able to actually change the passcode and being able to add and remove fingerprints from the fingerprint scanner without needing an external computer. Yeah.